Hi everyone, I'm Mr. Patton, and I am the iPad manager and junior squad teacher at Humboldt High School. Today we are going to cover three important topics about digital safety that would help you to make good choices with your school iPad. Before we start with this first lesson, please take out a device that can connect to our Wi-Fi and go to the survey to complete the questions when asked at the end of each lesson. There will be times when you need to watch a video about other students like you. Turn and talk with an elbow partner and conduct whole group discussions with your class. Please participate, be respectful, and be a good listener to your classmates during these discussions. There will be a timer that will be displayed to help keep the lessons going. Now let me ask you a question. How would you feel if someone stole a school project, picture, or a song that you created and they turned it in as their own work? Let's have an all group discussion about that for the next couple minutes. Next, we are going to watch a 3-minute video about a girl named Nicole. Nicole is using the internet in a very productive way, and she is following copyright rules. After this video, we will have a follow-up questions and a short quiz. Yeah, I know. Don't worry, it's not graded. Before continuing on, there are a few keywords that you need to know. Look below over there. Creative work. Creative work is any idea or artistic creation that is recorded in some form, whether it's hard copy or digital. Copyright, a law that protects your control over the creative work you make so that people must get your permission before they copy, share, or perform your work. Creative Commons, a kind of copyright that makes it easier for people to copy, share, and build on your creative work, as long as they give you credit for it. License, a clear way to define the copyright of your creative work so people know how it can be used.
Well, basically, I write on a website called booksy.com, and what I do is I publish work on there to get feedback from people on the website. A friend of mine told me about Booksy and said it would be a really good way for me to get my work out there. And then I just put up a couple of chapters one at a time, and I got some really good feedback. So then I started putting up more and more work. You have a bunch of different people from a bunch of different backgrounds, and they have so many different points of view, as opposed to having friends that are going to generally have the same ideas. It's just more like you're sending it out into the world. When I first started on Booksy, before I even made an account, what I really focused on was the copyright laws, because at that time I was really focused on wanting to get my work out there without having to worry about people stealing my work. And the website automatically puts copyright laws protecting the book so that you can end up publishing it without any backlash. I think that copyright for those sorts of things that we're writing on Booksy is very important, because we put a lot of effort into these works and we do try and put our best work out there. I wouldn't want anyone stealing that kind of work. I think I would be really infuriated. I mean, I spend so much time working on these sorts of things, and I want to be able to have a future in writing as well. So if I read that someone stole my work, I don't know what I'd even do. It's just kind of, I don't even want to think about that. Other authors' works are a big inspiration for me. My favorite books, my favorite authors on Booksy, they all contribute to my writing overall. Their writing styles and the way that they communicate their message really all ends up being thrown into my own work. The thing is with getting influenced by a certain author is that you're not stealing their plot line. You're not trying to just take credit for their own idea. You're trying to find a better way to write your own novel, and through them you find that. I mean, I don't want to have to steal anyone else's work or to have them feel like I stole it. I mean, I know how that feels being an author on the website. So I know that it can't be a good feeling. What's really great about the internet in general is that amateurs, people that wouldn't have the chance usually to have their work out there, is able to put it out and get comments and know that people actually appreciate what they're doing. You're getting a chance to become something more. And it is exciting. It's so exciting to be able to see people appreciating what you do. Whereas if you were just keeping it to yourself, it would be just with your friends and your family.
Now let's see what you know about copyright rules. Go back to the Google Forms survey and complete the section that has 8 questions. Do this part of the survey only and don't go ahead. Welcome back. Let's have an all group discussion with the following 2 questions. Remember to be a good listener and respectful of what your classmates have to say. Question 1. Who do you usually talk to online? I repeat, who do you usually talk to online? Second question. What do you usually talk about? Go. All right, I'm guessing you may have learned something new about one of your classmates. One thing that I want to make clear is that posting pics that glorify guns, violence, or sexually implied pictures, bullying, alcohol, and drugs are not okay. You should post things that make your family, your close friends, and community proud of you. Not to mention your future college, sports coach, scholarship application, employer, or even your future spouse. What? Next, we will watch a 4-minute video about 3 teenagers who offer different perspectives about chatting online. After this video, you will have a turn and talk about the following question. Which story did you feel most connected to and why?
I communicate online pretty much through Facebook.
My main way of communicating with my friends is over texting and a little bit of email and a little bit of Skype.
I like to use games to connect with people online.
So when I accept a friend on Facebook, I primarily look at mutual friends. Maybe I'll be in Spanish class one day and some kid I've never even met before will look at my Facebook and then we might become friends.
Well, friend list works on Xbox Live. It's sort of like Facebook, where you can send and receive friend requests from people you may know or don't know. And I mostly like to add people that I do know.
The way I get people's numbers is usually from school, or if they put their number in my phone, if we're like hanging out.
My interactions with people that I don't really know usually consists of me, not really paying attention to their Facebook as much until I sort of, get to know who they are, maybe in one of my classes or things like that.
If none of my friends are online, I'm mostly just gonna play a random game, and I don't really have the intent to find a friend online.
When I was 11, I first got a Skype, and it was my first time using it, and some random person wanted to be my friend.
There was one time on Facebook where I kind of felt, uncomfortable. It was kind of an awkward situation.
One awkward moment I've had online was I was playing in a game.
This guy who I've never met before had some name in a different language that I've never seen before, and he kept on adding me over and over again.
So I accepted and they started to talk to me. And they asked for my age and I said 11 and they said, oh, I'm 12 and where do you live?
They were just using a lot of vulgar language, I guess, and trash talking a lot. And it was mostly directed towards me.
So they started talking to me and asking a lot of questions about me before I started asking questions about them. And so my mom got really freaked out about it, which is, looking back on it now, I can really understand why she got freaked out about that, because I did not know the person at all.
If just say you're online and someone's harassing you, you can just don't really have to take it because the guy is maybe 50, 100 miles away, or you can just turn off your mic, just leave the game.
If you ever find yourself in an uncomfortable situation, my advice is just to, if someone's harassing you or something like that, just stop talking to them. Just don't, listen to what they're saying and just ignore them.
When you know something's off when you're on Skype or texting, you kind of get this weird feeling this doesn't really seem right, I don't think I should be doing this. And when you get that feeling, that you should definitely shut off your computer or say goodbye on your texting or just don't respond at all.
Well, if you're just starting playing an online game, I guess, try not to make your name your actual name in real life, and don't give out any home address or phone number.
A cool aspect of being able to communicate with people that you don't know or close, not close friends, is that you can get to know them better and maybe you can see their interest in what they want to do and become actual friends with them.
I have some good friends who are from Redwood who I played basketball with, and I kind of got to know them a little bit better after we had a game, and I kind of liked their personality, and we started talking on Facebook, and now we're friends in real life.
I've talked to people from Qatar or England or something. It helps me just to see what get out of my little social box, I guess, of where I live, and helps me see other places around the world and what it's like to live other places.
I think it really depends on who you're talking to, because if you're really close to someone and you know them and you're just kind of exchanging, cute little messages or something like that, it's not really an issue. But when it comes to talking to people you don't really know well and you haven't really talked to in person, you never know how they're going to react and what kind of person they are, and if you really want to be talking to them because you haven't had a conversation with them in person. Whereas at the same time, it's great because you could make a connection that you wouldn't have made otherwise. So you really got to judge the situation day to day and, see what's best for you.
Let's wrap it up by going back to the online survey. We need your help with providing advice to those who need it or are new to socializing with people online. Answer this question, please. What recommendations do you have for new people on social media or online gaming? For new people on social media or online gaming. Add your response to the survey now. All right, let's wrap it up. I have witnessed several situations that were considered serious online behavior infractions. This includes recording videos of others without permission, posting inappropriate pictures and comments of others on Facebook, and sending inappropriate emails with your school account. Your actions will go on your student record. Parents are informed. School social worker and resource officer may have to get involved. You might have to go to ISS, and access to your school iPad will be restricted. At Humboldt, we take your online behavior and cyberbullying very seriously. Please do your best at being an outstanding digital citizen. And don't be afraid to show me any cool projects that you made on your iPad. Now that you have completed this 30-minute video, you need one more thing to be eligible to bring your school iPad home. The technology agreement form has to be signed by your parents. A paper version can be printed out from our Humboldt website underneath the Student tab. Another option is to have a parent digitally sign the form through the parent portal. All right, that's it. Thank you, everyone.